There are moments in life when the weight is too heavy, the storm too fierce, the enemies too many, and the battle feels impossible to win. In these moments, God whispers, "The battle is not yours, but God's." Second Chronicles 20 verse 15. Today you will discover what truly happens when God fights your battles and why victory is guaranteed long before you even swing a sword. Sometimes God allows you to face situations where your strength is not enough, your wisdom not enough, your connections are not enough. Why? So you can finally see that your victory never depended on you to begin with. Just like the Israelites standing at the edge of the Red Sea, with the oceans before them and Pharaoh behind them. No weapons, no escape, no chance. And yet Moses declared, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Exodus 14:14. God didn't teach them to swim. He didn't give them boats. He split the sea. Because when God fights your battle, He uses solutions you never imagined. You may feel surrounded, but so was Israel when the Assyrian army threatened Jerusalem. King Hezekiah prayed, and God sent one angel, just one angel, who defeated 185,000 soldiers in just one night. 2 Kings 19:35. One angel, not an army, not a strategy, just a divine intervention. When God steps into your situation, your enemies never see it coming. Doors open suddenly. Accusations collapse mysteriously. People who plotted against you retreat silently. Because God has a way of defending you without you ever lifting a finger. Sometimes God cannot fight for you, not because He is not capable, not because you are unworthy of His love, but because you are trying to fight in your own strength. You argue with people God already judged. You defend yourself in battles God already solved. You worry about things God already handled. But scripture says, "You shall hold your peace, stand firm, be still, and know that I am God." Exodus 14:14, Ephesians 6:13, Psalm 46 verse 10, respectively. God fights most effectively when you stop fighting needlessly. Your silence is sometimes your greatest spiritual weapon. Your calmness confuses the enemy. Your refusal to retaliate invites God to act. So stop swinging, stand still, let God handle what you cannot. Let's go to 2 Chronicles chapter 20, one of the most powerful battle stories in the Bible. King Jehoshaphat faces a massive army. He is outnumbered, outmatched, and afraid. But instead of preparing soldiers, he prepares worshippers. And God says, "You will not need to fight in this battle." 2 Chronicles 20 verse 17. Jehoshaphat sent singers ahead of the army, praising God. And as they sang, God set ambushes against their enemies. The attacking armies turned on each other. Israel didn't even have to lift a weapon. This is what happens when praise becomes your strategy and faith becomes your shield. When God fights, victory comes in ways that makes no human sense. You don't reach destiny without warfare. Even Jesus faced battles before his purpose was fulfilled. When the storm threatened to drown the disciples, Jesus stood and said, "Peace, be still." Mark 4:39. And creation obeyed its creator. When the accusers wanted to stone a woman, Jesus defended her, saying, "Let him who is without sin cast the first stone." John 8 verse 7. When Peter sank in fear, Jesus pulled him up with his hand. Matthew 14:31. When Jesus fights for you, no accusation stands, no storm survives, no weapons prospers. Isaiah 54 verse 17. Family and friends, your destiny is not fragile. It is protected and backed by the armies of heaven. If God is going to fight your battles, here is what scripture says you must do. 1. Trust in him completely. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Proverbs 3 verse 5. Partial trust leads to partial victory. 2. Stay in obedience. God fights for those walking in his ways. If God is for us, who can be against us? Romans 8:31. 3. Hold your peace. God would fight what you keep trying to fix in the flesh. Silence is sometimes spiritual warfare. 4. Praise before the victory. Just like Jehoshaphat, praise invites God into the battle. Your victory is already decided. We must try to learn. There are situations where no amount of talking, arguing, stressing, or trying harder will fix it. God lets certain challenges grow bigger than you, so you will finally stop carrying everything alone and let him step in. God works in unexpected supernatural ways. You won't always see how God is moving. Help comes from places you never looked. Opportunities come from doors you didn't knock on. God's solutions are never limited to your resources or connections. Sometimes, the best response is silence and peace. You don't have to fight every rumor, reply to every attack, or prove yourself to anyone. Your calmness is a weapon. Peace is not weakness. It is letting God handle what you can't. Waiting does not mean God is absent. Just because you don't see changes doesn't mean nothing is happening. God does his best work behind the scenes. Delays are often signs that he is clearing the path and fighting invisible battles on your behalf. Your destiny is protected and victory is guaranteed. No matter who rises against you, what storms shows up, or how unqualified you feel, God defends what he has destined for your life. When God fights for you, the outcome is already settled. So relax your grip, trust God's timing, and stay in peace, because the battle you can't fight are the battles God wins for you.